Hey, you guys, it's Sweets Plus More. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a sweet day. And I'd like to start off by saying thank you, Jesus, for this day. And let everything that we do be a blessing to you. Okay, I have 16 ounces of epoxy, which I know is way, way too much. And I added about 4 ounces to the cup. I have the Let's Resin White Ocean Pigment. And I'm almost out. Gotta get some more. I've had it for a long time. I also do tumblers, and I will be doing some tumbler videos also, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try to get some out of here, and I'm struggling. Struggling. So I'm gonna put it in, and we're gonna mix the white just to make a base to our coasters. So I'm just mixing it in, and I've sped this up just a little bit. So it looks like I'm mixing fast, but I'm not going quite that fast. And the 3 bunnies in the back, I was thinking about putting them on, but don't think I'm going to do that. So let's just mix. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to get another mode because I made way too much. Way, way too much. So I have this bow mode that I got off of Temu, I believe. But I think they have the same one on Resin. But I got it off of Temu. We're going to add some gold flakes to it. So this is fly by the seat of your pants because it's the last minute. Couldn't think of what mode to get. Uh, so I'm hoping that I have enough. But sometimes it's better to have not enough than way, way too much. So you guys do that? Do you have way too much? So right now I have the small tongue fuchsia, and I'm adding it to my white. So I'm going to try to take my time that I don't flip it everywhere. And sorry I'm too close to the camera. I'm learning this video stuff, so bear with me. I'm going to get it here. I'm going to get it. Not tech savvy at all. So I'm just mixing it in. And you want to get out all the clumps. And you don't mix this fast, but like I said, this is sped up just a bit. And so I'm trying to make sure I got every clump and every lump out. But a lot of times I add alcohol, but since I already had the white in, I'm not going to do that. So we got the pretty fuchsia. That's the color of this one. And it's small tongue mica powders. This was a gift to me. Pretty much everything on all of my videos has been a gift for my friends. And I thank my friends. I thank you, Tina. I thank you, Kieta. I thank you, Laura. I thank everyone, my daughter. Thank you, Tweety, for letting me be able to do this. Because on my budget, I can't afford to really buy all this stuff. So I thank them a lot because I stay in the house a lot. So this has become something I love to do and I love to share. So right now, and I'm rattling on, I'm adding some gold foil to the epoxy that I had. And I'm going to mix it in. I got a little bit too much, but we're going to see what happens. So I'm adding a little bit of the Hobby Lobby holographic powder. And we're going to mix it in and see if I can break it down. Sorry, I'm not completely in the camera. I'm trying, you guys. So we're going to break it down and see if we can get it less clumpy. But because my epoxy is getting hot because I was moving too slow today, and the epoxy that I am using is Kisserel epoxy. That's the one that I go to. It's like $60, $59, but with tax, it's a little, like a little bit over 60 for 2 gallons. So I have a big clump in here and I got to remove that. That's too thick. So I'm going to try to break it down in the cup just a little bit. And we're going to mix. Like I said, it's getting hot. So even though I'm not moving this fast as the video is going on, and it's starting to thicken up. But I find with this epoxy, the one thing I find that sometimes with adding it to the warm water, and I forgot it today and left it in, so it was in there a little bit longer, it will speed up your 40 minutes to 20. So just remember that. But that's any of them, I believe, probably. Even the more fancier brands. So I'm going to add the white around the edge. And I'm going to add the white around the edge of the bow part. And what I'm going to do is try to scrape my cup out. And we're going to see how this turns out. But like I said, it's getting really hot. And I don't want to have smoke and all that, so I'm getting it in there as quick as I can. And I love this little spatula, which I'm going to have to get some more because I'm out of them. Just as long as you keep these oiled up with silicone, the little spatulas, they'll last a little longer too. Silicone oil. Okay, I'm going to add the pink in. Well, the fuchsia. Fuchsia. It makes me think of a movie. I'm not going to say the movie. I don't want to get in trouble, but if you guys have ever seen the movie, the last part of it is fuchsia. Fuchsia. If you know the movie I'm talking about to make you laugh, it's an Eddie Murphy movie. Let me know. We have to have some humor in our day. So I've added the fuchsia. And now I'm going to have to make a little bit more clear, I believe, after this to fill it up. Because it goes almost to the top, but not quite. It almost fills it up to 60 ounces. So this by itself would have took probably 12 ounces, 13 ounces, I believe. Well, because I had used 4 on the other one. So you can hear every car, every sound behind me. So we're going to scrape everything in and we're going to let this sit. And then we're going to see how this goes. Now I'm going to have to make a little bit more epoxy, you guys. Trying to move it around a little bit in there. Scrape every bit. Are you guys scrapers? Let me know in the comments. Are you scrapers? I scrape every bit that I literally can get out of the cup out. So now I'm just pressing around, trying to make sure there are no air bubbles. Moving it around. And I know you guys in every video see me doing that with my finger. I'm so glad I have gloves. Sometimes I have on 2 pair of gloves. A lot of times I have on 2 pair of gloves. So I'm moving it around. And I made a little bit more. Because it really needs like an ounce. And I made way too much as usual. So I'm going to take the rest and fill up another angel mold. And I cannot say mode correctly. It sounds like M-O-D-E, instead of MOLD. But that's just how it goes. So now I'm scraping around the edge, trying to make sure I don't have any bubbles at the top, and I'm using the micro tool, the micro brush. Okay, I'm using a little gold and a little bit of the holographic white. This is what I put into the cup. So we're just going to pour it and fill it all the way up so that we can get it domed. So I'm going to bend down and look to see if I have it domed. Look like it's taking it all too. I wish I didn't have to go in and fool with it, because that messes up my colors on the edge, but there's nothing I can do because I don't want a lot of bubbles, because I like it to be useful and something that can be given away. If you guys see anything on my page, Sweets Plus More, ask me to make something, see if I have a mold. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have some. And if there's something I can try to do a demonstration on to get me to making more videos, I would love to do that. I'm only going to be able to do videos twice a week because of the amount of epoxy that I have, and I want it to last for the whole month. So we're going to do the turtle mode, and this came from Temu also. I had another one, but it got white from me over using it. I mean, it was white. It still worked, but it just was not as shiny. Okay, I'm going to top this one off. I'm bending down looking, trying to see if it's domed. Okay, I use it as a sun catcher. I give it as sun catchers. And I put a little flox leather cord on it. Or I put one of those little, what they call stainless steel little key, I don't know, they're stainless steel and they're little beads. The little beaded uh, keychain little deals. Make the hole a little bigger, and I'll add one of those. But I give them away as key tags or keychains or sun catchers, mostly sun catchers. So I'm just scraping out everything in my cups. Have you guys noticed this year that the birds are louder than ever? I live in Kansas. Yesterday it was 90 degrees. Or the day before, Monday it was 90 degrees. Tuesday it was 43 degrees. And today I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it's still not warm as it was on Monday. Okay, now everything is dry, and we're going to start our second level. I am right now showing you how it is so far. I added an angel, and I added the acrylic gems that I had. And the acrylic gems came from Hobby Lobby also. As you can tell, Hobby Lobby is my spot. Okay, this is the Mickey Mouse Druzy head that I was going to make the foam coaster out of, and I will for my goddaughter or godson. And these are the acrylic beads. And I have some different things I want to put on. I'm not sure which one. So that's dry over there. The one more is dry. Now this still needs to be filled up, I believe, all the way to the bottom. That's dry and it's ready to go. I'm going to use the white and gold glitter again. And that's what's inside the turtle. So I'm waiting to mix up some more. So I mixed up and see all those micro bubbles. And I'm cleaning my tool. I constantly do that, you guys. Because I'll sit it down and it will be a mess. So I have a lot of micro bubbles, so I'm going to let it sit while I get ready and see if it doesn't bring some of the bubbles. Okay, here's the angels that I'm going to use. And again, these are from LA Charmed. That mode you can see I used a lot. I make memorials, a lot of memorials. It doesn't matter, cat, dog, human, it doesn't matter. I make a lot of them, and I give these away as memorial. But these will make good Christmas ornaments also. This one is the new one she just sent me. And this one, try not to drop all the little bitty pieces off, is a druzy mode. But you can add a name at the top and the bottom of this one. So this one's going to be used a lot too. So now I'm just picking off the little bitty overflows, which if you pick them off instantly, they'll come right out. So if you guys can see that, it's really pretty. And I'm showing you that I'm going to stand it up and that I'm going to use these two for the other two coasters. So I'm tapping, tap, tap. See if any bubbles can come out. It's not going fast enough. So now I have to pick what I'm going to use. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. Some of these are too small. They came out too small, so I'll just use them as dome stickers. I'll put some UV over it and dome them like little stickers. But I'm trying to get close to the color, so I think that rose matches on the top. And I do have some other roses. Yeah, that rose matches. That's on the top. So I'm going to take my gloves off and let's get ready to add the stickers. And I also have done the projection film, and I have that sitting on the side. I'm picking it up now. And the sticker is at the bottom that I printed out, and I use just regular sticker paper. Now the projection film, I'm going to have to lift up and make sure I get that epoxy up under it, but then I'm going to have to smooth it down so it does not leave any air bubbles up under the projection film. And I use a projection film in a lot of my stuff because I've learned if you spray the back of the projection film with alcohol and then lay it down with a little resin up under it, you get no bubbles. I've had luck with doing that. Okay, now let's try to get this sticker off. For some reason, it didn't just peel off. It was really hard. Even though I used the tape method, it still was really hard. So if you give me a second, I'm going to fool with it and see if I can get it off. I have trouble with my hands anyway, so I have bad arthritis. And if you notice, I'm wearing a glove. My hand is swollen. That is a compression glove made by Isotona, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot. So it's very helpful. Okay, I'm going to use a rose that looks just like that one. I already had one that my friend had given me, so I'm going to use and that's Julie. Thank you, Julie. So many people have given me so many different things to do this that I like, but I think they know that I give out so much of it. I give a lot of it away. But if you guys can help support me by just purchasing something from me, anything in my shorts can be purchased. Everything. And it can be remade to colors that you like. Okay, I'm showing you that the glove that I have on, because my hands lock up so bad, is the Isotona glove, and it helps with the pain. So now I have gotten all the stickers on the front two, and we're going to have to find one to put on the back. And yes, it will fit. So I'm just showing you again, I'm using the acrylic beads to put on, and I'm showing again because the video cut out. It cut out in the middle of me doing it. It just stopped. So I'm putting my gloves back on. And a lot of times I'll wear the compression glove under my glove, because I'll have trouble with bending my fingers, or I'll get so much pain I can't bend my fingers. And I noticed that a lot of ladies in a lot of their videos are having that trouble. Okay, now the resin has cleared up. So I think I'm going to add it to the top of the coasters. I don't have a bubble maker. I don't have a G3. I mean a large bubble remover. It only fits certain size cups in the one that I have. I don't have the G3, all the heating mats. So it takes me longer to get a video done, and it takes me longer to get my items done, especially when the temperature fluctuates so much like it's doing in Kansas now. So anybody in Kansas will know what I'm talking about. It's going up and down, up and down. So I'm just mixing my glitter in, but it's still on my spatula, so I'm trying to get it off. Let's see if I can get it off. Okay, I got it off. Now I created a little bit more bubbles, and I had got it bubble free. So I'm wiping off my tool again. And I don't know if you guys do this, but my black mat, I take it, and it's my Teflon mat, but because I'm not putting it on heat, I add Vaseline to my mat. A very, very thin coat. Then I go back and I wipe it off with a paper towel after I let it sit for a few minutes. And it helps me, because I make such a big mess, to make it even easier to clean the resin that dries on there off, or any spills if I don't get them off fast enough. So it will come perfectly clean every time. And this is a thin coat of Vaseline, but you also can use silicone oil to do it. So I'm spraying a little alcohol. I've got all of my stickers and everything down. This here is a cutout, so I'm pressing it down to make sure I don't have any bubbles, and I'm going to cover it all the way up. And I'm making sure that it's on the acrylic beads and everything. See, I'm glad I got gloves. Look, I just stuck my finger right in that cup. I'm going to get a pipette to finish it, but just to make sure that it's on there and it's in there, I want to make sure it's on there. So I'm just going to finish it, and I'm going to get a pipette, and I'm going to pipe some of the epoxy onto the acrylic stones to make sure it fills up the holes, to make sure they're locked in. I'll put a little bit more on there. But I want to make sure that the stones are locked in. And this is just making sure that it's secure in a place for them. So we're going to go in one more time, and we're going to put some across the front. Try not to make sure you don't get it on your angel. If you have this mold and you're going to make the same thing, try not to get it on your angel. Okay. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, now everything has its stickers and its stuff down. See, I'm raising that up, and I'm going to put the epoxy under it. This way, to make sure it's down there and it is not going to leave any bubbles, and you will not see the outline. One way to not see the outline on your stickers, and you probably gonna, it's counterproductive, no. Spray alcohol on the actual sticker edge, or on a little, if you can, around the edge, and it will blot out the edge. I have found out that's a way to blot out your edges, so it looks seamless. And that's what we're going for, the seamless look. Sometimes I forget to do it, and I will see the seam, and I'll get mad at myself and say, I forgot to do it. But yeah, if you do it around the edge, or spray the alcohol up under, are around. If you have to already place your sticker down, just make sure there's no bubbles. And even if you place your sticker down, I'm sorry that I'm talking so much, but I'm trying to explain. Even if you place your sticker down, before you place your sticker down, because it still will seal, put the alcohol under it. I have found that leaves me with no seams. Try it. It leaves me with no seams. You can't tell where the photo begins and the sticker begins and the epoxy. It will leave no seams. And I've been doing that a while. So right now I'm adding the acrylic beads, or gemstones. They're like fake ice. I use them on my tumblers all the time to make the tops, because a lot of people, like when it's summer, like the ones that look like ice. So I use these. So I'll have to get some more because I just used them all up on here. But so I'm putting them in and making sure they're touching the epoxy, and I'm getting them to the edge. I don't want it to go over my pictures. So the angel is going to go behind on the one with the rose that said, "A mother's love lasts forever." The angel's going to go behind that. But I'm going to have to let the epoxy thicken up to where I can stand it in there. Or either I can take UV and put down on there. But I'm not sure if I have any UV. So, like I said, I'm out of pretty much everything. Haven't been able to purchase anything in quite a while. So, I thank God for someone sending me epoxy, my daughter. So I thank her for that. So I've got all my acrylic stones down, and I'm just messing around to see if I can get them placed really well. And we're going to add some more until we get it just like I like it. So just make sure that it's touching the epoxy, and you don't want it to overflow into the picture. So I'm going to place the other ones. Now this one is going to have way more, because I have a bigger edge that I can use, a bigger space. So make sure you get the flat side down if you can, and that they're linking up together. So I'm placing them all around. And I have some bigger stones and some smaller stones, but not many. I don't have many left, but bigger. They come in two sizes in the one bag, and you get it in the wedding area if you have a Hobby Lobby near you. Or I don't know where they're at, Michael's, because usually I go to Hobby Lobby. But you get them in the wedding area. So I'm just placing the stones down. And making sure that they're touching the epoxy again. I want to explain and try not to over explain, but just want to make sure if you're new and you have not done this, make sure they touch the epoxy, because that's going to lock it in and give you your base, and it's going to lock it in. And they're coming out so pretty. So now we're going to have to do some more because I have epoxy left over. But I'm showing you that right now it's going to sit behind there. So the angel will sit behind there. So I have to let it thicken up, which will take for me about 4 or 5 hours. Like I said, I don't have the G3 or anything, so we'll have to let it just sit naturally thicken and dry up. So I'm using the color creator in the heart. I had to grab an extra mold again. So I'm using purple. Sorry you can't see it. I thought I was in the camera. And I'm going to use another color, and it's almost like fuchsia. Well, oh, that one. This one's not open. Oh, can't use that. I haven't opened it yet. And how long did it take you guys to know that that little bitty plastic deal that they give you is to pop the tops open? I've been doing this a long time, and I didn't know that till recently. So I added papaya. I think it's papaya I added. And I'm going to just pour the resin on top. No rhyme or reason to fill it up because I have so much left. I overmade the resin. So I got 2 extra molds out of this today. Now I'm going to add the papaya to the top. Sorry it's not in the camera, just half. And what I'm going to do is just pour it and fill it all the way up. And I'm still having a lot of extra epoxy left, so I'll make something off camera. I'll make a couple angels. So I'm going to spray a little alcohol. And I'm going to fill up the bowl for the container that I had earlier. It's a bowl that goes with another mold, but I'm going to fill it up. It's very versatile to use on other things. So I've added some more gold. And I'm adding a little bit more glitter. Glitter makes everything better. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry, my arm is in the way. But we got to have fun with doing this. For me, this is relaxing and fun. I'm adding gold. And I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to add it to the bowl. And hopefully it will fill it up, as you can see me stirring it up. The bowl is on the corner there. I did not know that you couldn't see it. I'm about to get my camera even higher. But it's so high that if it stops, I can't tell. So I moved it down just a little bit and I'm going to have to go even higher. I'm learning, like I said, you guys. I'll get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. But, so now I have that full and we're going to come back and everything will be dry. For you in a few minutes, me the next day. I can't wait to get the G3 and everything because, man, it will shorten the time that I have to wait to get everything done. It literally takes me 2 days now, almost 3, sometimes for everything to dry. Uh-oh. I've got this upside down. So I'm going to demold. And you can see the tops of it. I don't know how I got this upside down, but I can't change it, you guys. Sorry. But hopefully you can see and I pulled out the heart. I pulled it out early because I didn't know if it had a bunch of bubbles or not. So I pulled it out. It came out very nice. Doesn't have any, and I domed it well, so I don't need to do anything to it. And here's the key tag. So we're just going to demold these. So I just have a little bit to take off the edges. My mat, I made a mess, didn't I, you guys? Messy, messy, messy. But okay, there's 2 of them. Let's demold the last one. And you guys, I got to work on this camera angle. So bear with me. Please bear with me. I'm going to get this. Not a quitter. And I won't stop till I do. So there are my 3 molds. That will be Mother's Day angels and my turtle. Oh, there you go. You can see it a little bit. And here's the top. And I just added the holographic white glitter and then the gold. So, I tell you, I'm not good with this camera angle. Okay, but you can't see now. So you can see all 3 of them came out beautifully. And they can be little stands to give away for someone. Now this is the one that I did and it did not come out. The inside came out, but the bottom, and I take a silver pen and paint it around, but the bottom is awful. Now the top, the bottom, the top had so many bubbles, and I took UV resin gel because I don't, and I covered all the edges of it. And I'll just have to keep it for me. I don't really keep things for me, but I'll keep this one. So here's my final product. And they came out beautifully. So like, subscribe, and share. And you guys bear with me with this camera. I see it has to be very high. But guess what? Practice makes perfect. And none of us are perfect. So I hope you guys will like and subscribe and share. I'm going to keep trying at this video thing. I'm a maker. Now when I'm in person showing somebody, I have no problems. So, but these came out wonderfully. This one's waiting on a name, so I'm waiting on the lady to give me the name for it. If you see anything you like, please, please just inbox me to order it. This will help me to keep going and get more epoxy so I can learn more with doing the videos. Thank you very much, and God bless you, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I know that sometimes things can be rough and tough, but we got to find something to distract us that is good and pleasant, and sharing is caring. So, you guys, I look forward to seeing you again in another video. I'm only going to do videos once or twice a week until my epoxy gets up and I get the more things that I need to do the videos. But again, like, subscribe, share, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.